Well, it's time now to check your money with America's Money Maven, Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC, and a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. Vicki, so, I was at a Rotary Pancake breakfast yesterday, and a couple of people were telling me about how they listen to the show and asking me about how to get in touch with you. So people are hearing the Money Maven and they want to know how they can get connected.
Well, I guess I'll just start it with how do you get connected? So you can reach me. First of all, my phone number is area code 315-930-4499. That's 315-930-99. Email address would be info@Brackens, BRACKENS, Look forward to hearing from a lot of people who are listening, and thank you very much for letting me know that, George.
These people are listening, and they want to get their money right.
Good. Really.
Zero, no more. Let's do it.
Zero, no more.
Right.
Okay, that is our mantra, zero, no more. And we're going to have to go back this summer. Okay, you just reminded me, because we never finished our project on the T-shirt.
Oh, yeah.
And with Juneteenth coming up and all of the things that are happening this summer, I think this is probably a good time for us to bring that back to life as far as getting a logo and a T-shirt designed.
All right.
So, George, look outside. Can you believe that?
I can believe it.
It is sunny in Syracuse. We're not looking at rain anymore. So I feel really, really good this Sunday that we have sun in Syracuse. And I saw something else on your desk that I haven't seen in a long time. You want to pick it up? Oh, that's the jargon bell, which is maybe a little bit of a foreboding or a warning to everybody that we're getting ready. I've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. We're getting ready to level up because we're going to start really digging deep into terminology again. So before we take that deep dive, I thought it would make a lot of sense to do something that happens all the time when you're, say, taking a class or you're studying or you're in school, and that's a little bit of a quiz.
Okay.
So for those of you who are not driving, stop for a moment, get a pen and pencil, because we're going to go through some questions to really check in, to see how much you've learned over this last 2 seasons.
Okay.
All right, so here's the first question. Question number 1, George. Don't just blurt it out.
I'm not supposed to answer. Okay.
Okay. So, first of all, we've talked about liquidity a lot.
Yes.
Having ready cash available. But we've given you some formulas, some benchmarks to follow. So here's question number 1. How much should you set aside in liquid, low-risk savings in case of an emergency? You've got a multiple choice question.
All right. What are the choices?
A, 1 to 3 months worth of expenses. B, 3 to 6 months worth of expenses. And C, 6 to 12 months worth of expenses. So how much should be set aside? Now, George.
To cover all of your expenses.
To cover all of your expenses.
Right.
What do you think? What would be your answer?
The answer would be 6 to 9 months.
6 to 9 months, okay, of expenses.
Yes.
Well, that's nice, George, since that wasn't one of the answers.
But wait, what were the answers?
1 to 3 months.
Right.
3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months. That's what I meant to say.
Okay,
Yeah.
6 to 12 months.
3 to 6 months.
All right, although you actually bridged part of the conversation that I'm going to have here. So the conventional wisdom is actually 3 to 6 months.
Right.
But we also need to put a comma here. So we're going to level up a little bit. That depends on what type of work you do. If you have a consistent, steady paycheck, then typically the 3 to 6 months will work. But if you happen to be a business owner.
Right. Where you have, ebbs and flows.
Right, where you have ebbs and flows and you have volatility in your cash flow, the conventional wisdom is 1 year.
1 year.
1 year or more. Okay? Now, that gets back to a conversation that we'll probably have later on this year, and that is on how to properly capitalize a business when you start.
Right.
Having the right amount of capital to take you through all of the ebbs and flows, particularly the first year of a business.
A lot of entrepreneurs bootstrap their way where they start, it's kind of like they just put it in.
Well, bootstrapping means it's there.
Oh, it does. Okay.
It just means that they didn't necessarily go to a bank to get the money. Okay. They're working from one of the biggest resources that's available for starting a business, which is friends and family.
Right.
They're doing it from their own efforts versus going out and acquiring and raising capital to make that happen.
But I'm thinking that as a business owner, a lot of what you anticipate it's hard to anticipate in some ways what your expenses are going to be because there are unexpected expenses in business.
There are always unexpected expenses in business. Do you have unexpected expenses as an individual?
Yes.
Do you plan for them?
No, because you don't. Well, you should.
You should. Okay.
Right.
So there's a process of business planning.
Right.
And putting together a pro forma, what we anticipate, and then looking at what the possibilities are so that you have extra liquidity.
Pro forma meaning a projection of your expense.
I'm sorry. There you go. Ring the bell. Okay. A projection of what the expenses are going to be. So that's one of the reasons for individuals where you have steady income, you know the paycheck is coming.
Right.
3 to 6 months should work. But for a business owner, liquidity up to a year is truly and extremely important. Okay. All right. Number 2. The question is, can diversification eliminate risk from your portfolio? A, true, B, false. What do you think?
True.
George.
You said eliminate risk?
Eliminate risk. Listen to the question.
Well, wait a minute. No. False.
False. Exactly. All right. False. Please remember that diversification is a really sound strategy that helps to manage risk. But it does by spreading your investments dollars across a lot of different securities, giving you a wide berth of security so that things are not concentrated, but it will not eliminate risk.
Yeah, that's a key word, eliminate.
Exactly. Remember when we were in school and they were teaching us test-taking techniques? Look at what the question is saying. But it's also important that I emphasize eliminate risk even if we weren't taking this quiz, because there is a perception that diversification is a way to get rid of risk. It is not. It is a way to manage risk. And because risk always exists, first of all, in life, but risk always exists when you're in an investment model. What you're trying to do is to make sure that that risk is reasonable for your expectations and for what you're trying to accomplish and for the goals that you have. Okay. All right. This is number 3, probably our final question today, which is, which of the following is a key benefit of a 401k plan? And we have A, you can withdraw money at any times for needs such as purchase of a new car. B, the plan allows you to avoid paying taxes on a portion of your compensation. Or C, you may be eligible for an employer match, which is essential for getting free money. Or D, none of the above.
C.
Number C. So you
Letter
think,
C.
Letter C. Okay, all right. Letter C. Okay. So C is correct. Okay. Yay, George.
Yay!
C is correct. Remember that many of your employers have a sponsored 401k plan, and they offer you a matching component. But one of the biggest benefits is the fact that under your 401k plan, you get the employer match, which is essential. And if you are not doing that, you are walking away from free money. Well, George, we've got about 8 more questions, but you know what? I think based on the time that we've already spent and the amount of information we've already discussed, I'm going to say at this point in time, our plate is full. But I encourage everyone to go onto our YouTube channel to follow up on some of this information.
All right, Vicki Brackens. Vicki Brackens is the president of Brackens Financial Solutions Network, LLC. She's a registered representative of LPL Financial, member SIPC. And Vicki, how do we get a hold of you?
315-930-4499 or at info@brackensfsn.com.
Vicki Brackens, inspiration for the nation.